So what's up again? So it's your boy niggerish, what's poppin', man. So location 254 as always, and I've been off the review for a while. Reason being, man, this place been raining. It's raining bad, like really. It's raining bad that you can't even record, because I like recording when I'm walking. You can't record because the drops just keep popping on your phone, man. So today's review is different. We're gonna take up the political world. The politics. These people been playing tricks on us. Politricks, aye. So there was an article that was released on September 2019, and the article was so hyped up, and it's called Building Bridges Initiative. You feel me, man? So the main reason of this article is because during elections, people are so hyped up, or there's so much heat that it might cause hatred. I've compared like political or election in Western countries and in African countries, but elections here is like a wedding. Like people all over on the road campaigning for their members and all that kind of crazy thing, and at times it brings or it causes chaos. You feel me, man? So if you remember, a few years back, Kenya had like issues with ethnic groups. Like people fought because their member of political party didn't quite win, and people had so much disagreements. So that's why the BBI report was brought out. So this is the article. Fuck. So this is the article, and as you can see, it's called Captured at Conception: The Unlikely Promise of BBI and the Quest of Reforming Kenya. So it's a long article. It's got like a number of pages, roughly 23 pages, and I've just gone through it shallowly. Let me just wait for the motorbike to pass because it's a bit noisy. So I've gone through the article roughly, but when I watched the release video, hold on. So when I watched the release video of this document, there were contradictions of whatever the politicians were saying. They say this document is not personal. It doesn't favor any side. But to my own theory, it does favor, and it does put away some people like far away that they can't compete with the main people in power. So at the moment we've got Uhuru, who's the president, and we've got Raila, who's been the opposition party like all time, man, like always. And he's never been the president. Like Raila has never been the president. He's been a prime minister once, but Uhuru, or the Kikuyu central part, has dominated the political world in Kenya so much that it's kept away. Look at this, it's raining again. That it's kept away people who have potential, or who are willing to venture into the political world, to not be able to, because of these two main political combination. So there was a handshake which occurred a few years ago and said there will be no more disagreements, we'll be sharing power. No, the article is about sharing power, but the handshake was about keeping our differences at bay. You feel me? We just keep our differences far away, and we just concentrate at making Kenya great. Yeah, and you wanna see how they've been making Kenya great? I've been working on stones, man. Stones. Like all my ears. So anyway, back to the main topic of the review. So yeah, so as you can see, this is the article. and I'll just read the contents. I won't read like the main paragraphs. I just give you a brief review of what the content has. So we've got like the building bridges to oblivion. I just know the movie Oblivion. So there's the global perspective of building bridges. So here by the global perspectives of the global bridges, I think they mean like the foreigners or the people who invest in our country, what they expect us to be like, or what they expect the Kenya to run like, so that it doesn't cause conflicts anymore. And there's the history of the handshakes in Kenya. So they've only been one handshake. I don't know why they're saying handshakes, but they've only been one handshake. And the normal handshake I give to friends whenever I meet them, or hugs. At least Raila and Uhuru would have hugged. They gave one another a handshake, and they call these handshakes. The handshakes. So anyway, so the main handshake happened between Raila and Uhuru, and they so say it brought harmony and peace, to Kenya. And then we've got an agreement between individuals. Now this is where it gets tricky. An agreement between individuals. These two individuals who made the handshake had the emphasis, or emphasized so much on saying that it's them who've got the political difference. Like it's them who've got the main say. If I say this should happen. If I don't do this, it shouldn't happen. So those two people had to go for a handshake, or had to do like an agreement thing between themselves. And then here comes which is chapter 2, an anti-code of procrastination. So I'm not kind of a law person, so I'm not gonna explain into much details, but just so you know, I'm just gonna give you an update. Is the BBI, building bridges thing, came about because during elections there's so much heat, so they wanna make like power division or power sharing equal for everyone to feel like they're not being pressured on or not favored. So that's why they brought in the building bridges thing. I have to pause for a minute. So yeah, as I was saying, the main thing of this article was to make power sharing equal for everyone. So to me, this document doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't quite talk about things that really affect people as Kenyans. I'll give you a good example. So they say they'll roll out the universal health coverage. I'm so interested in health because my field is in health mostly. So they rolled out the universal health coverage, and they say they'll be paying for older people every month. They'll be giving them like a health insurance of something, so that they can get medication and treated for free. But that hasn't been done. That's just the tip of it. Can you imagine the road that I'm walking at the moment? How muddy, rocky, and so unworthy road it is that the MCA even can't get 1 million to just put Maram. You feel me? Right? So back to the main topic, the BBI. This BBI thing only favors two people, to my opinion. It favors the president and the person who did the handshake. Even the vice president himself is not happy. And you can read his facial expression, his way of sitting during the Bombers BBI release thing. They didn't have any chemistry with the president, He even said, let's make sure that this BBI thing doesn't favor, or does not only favor individuals. And the document itself, it states out clearly it's only favoring two individuals. It's as if Raila and Mr. President, they normally have cat fights, like every day. So they just had to write down these cat fights and make them official to everyone, so that everyone knows, oh yeah, we love us or we hate us, have issues with one another, and we want to make it clear that we've forgiven one another. That's BS, man. You should focus more on they should focus more on seeing that the money they release or the money the government gives out doesn't go to waste. I hear our local MCA, he gets 20 million each year. You'd wonder where the money goes. And of late, they've been saying, yeah, we're fighting corruption. This guy, whoever is the head of DCI, congrats, man, big up. He's doing great stuff, but he's only focusing on the main people on the top seats. Like of late, Governor Sonko has been in deep trouble, man. You see White Titu, like most of them are close to be impeached or close. You can't just call them off their office because they were voted, but they're undergoing court cases which are taking like forever, man. And I'm quite waiting to see how that goes. Okay, so on this BBI document, they've only focused on making elections or during elections to make peace among people, but we're yet to see how this goes. And another thing, they're saying that they'll fight corruption non-stop, yet to find on this. And they want to introduce a number of seats. They want to introduce a number of seats into the government strategy, or whatever you so call it. I hear they'll introduce a prime minister, whereby the president chooses who the prime minister is, and also they might do away with women rep, and then the deputy, if the governor is a female or male, the deputy has to be of the opposite sex, if that makes sense. So I don't want to make this a really long video, but I just want to tell you my opinion on this BBI thing. Doesn't favor any Kenyans, man. It only favors the people in power, especially people who want to extend. I'm in for Uhuru, Mr. President. You should definitely extend, or you should change the constitution and add more term years, maybe 7, like Rwanda. Why not, man? Like, the more we keep changing presidents, the more money gets wasted. If we had a government system like America, it's not the president who says, yeah, the president has a higher state of saying what should be done. But I'm just saying, if we had another set of groups who don't favor who's in power, that would definitely work. So I'm in for Uhuru to extend, and if Uhuru doesn't extend, I might vote for Ruto. And Ruto, if you don't take Marian, sorry to say this, if you don't pick someone from Mount Kenya as your vice president, I might not vote for you. Actually, I rarely vote, but that's not the topic for today. We'll talk this when elections are nearing. So you tell me what you think of the BBI report. We building bridges, nigga. We building bridges initiatives out here. So you tell me what you think of it. And till next time, man. Have a good time. Ciao.